biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss. Then we came here to ball. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And the Bulls looking for a positive start here on their road trip. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
And, Kevin, things really starting to get out of control for them. I mean, this losing streak is becoming an embarrassment, and it's only going to get worse if they don't figure out a way to stop it soon.
Yeah, sometimes, though, you just need to make changes, pure and simple. Maybe you look to shake up that starting lineup, possibly a trade. But right now, clearly this team has lost confidence, and something's got to give.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Snell is the 3 with Gibson at the 4. Ejuan Moore is out there with Rose. And it's Gasol in at the 5, down low.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense, so that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
They grab their own miss, and Green gets it to go.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Snell kicks to Gibson, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. 6 points for Klay Thompson. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And it's Rose penetrating. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Then he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
Bogut kicks to Curry. From downtown, that one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Deflects the pass. Gasol with the steal. And here comes the break. Wide open look. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. McDermott's checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Derrick Rose. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Curry dishes to Bogut. Back to Curry. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And the Bulls making a change here. Heinrich's checked in. Green. That one goes. Counted.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in, and the Bulls making a change here as well. Portis is checked in. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. Offensively, he wants them taking any path to the hoop that opens up with other players in support, saying, quote, fewer bodies on the outside, more bodies on the paint. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And Chicago has possession after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Brooks misses.
Just doing the job on the backdoor.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Now Thompson, after the missed three from Iguodala. Golden State moving the ball around. Gasol with the steal. Now the pass to McDermott. Warriors with the rebound. And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark would see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. But recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
Iguodala, that's good.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And, guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here is Livingston. His last outing, he had 8 points. And Gasol sends it back. Inside, and stolen by Spates. Green passes to Spates. It's deflected. It's stolen by Dunleavy. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Nice shot by McDermott. McDermott's got his first basket of the night.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your...
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comforts.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Butler teamed with Dunleavy on the perimeter. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Bairstow in at the 5, home in the paint. That one goes. Count it. 6 points for Rose.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Gasol. There's Bairstow, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Golden State gets called for the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes both free throws.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Pass to Curry. Back to Iguodala. At the top of the key, Curry. Passes to Rush. Iguodala dishes to Spates. 6 to shoot. Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got 14.
Those are starting to add up. Their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly, it's about how poorly the defense has played.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Bairstow. Tony Snell comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Moore subbed in for Jimmy Butler.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Gasol with the steal.
How about the reaction time on that?
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. On up the court. No good from Moore. Warriors leading by 9. Bogut kicks to Curry. Puts up a 3. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Heinrich comes in for Derrick Rose. Curry against Heinrich. Outside Curry. Can't get it to fall. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
The Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you